and his name is Colin Christopher, in case you're just joining us. And before the break, we were talking about how much easier it would be to achieve your goals if you used hypnosis. And he has this book called Success Through Manipulation that teaches us how to master our minds.
So what we're going to do with Colin right now is he's going to take us through the process of basically hypnotizing ourselves so that we can get to whatever goal, if it's stopping smoking, losing that last 15 to however many pounds, any sort of goal you set, right? Okay, so how would we go about hypnotizing ourselves?
Well, the first thing you'd want to do is write down your goal. Figure out what it is that you want to do and be very specific. Like if you want to lose weight, you don't want to just say, I want to lose a bunch of weight. What you want to say is maybe I want to slim down, I want to fit into this special pair of pants that I used to fit in, those kinds of things. And then once you have your goal written down, the next step would be to just put yourself in a nice relaxed state. A lot of people think it's really hard to be hypnotized. It's not. Just do some nice, slow, deep breathing in and out. Let yourself relax 2-3 minutes, and once you're there, then you'll feel ready for the next step. The next step is basically imagining and visualizing whatever it is that you wrote down. A lot of
While
people,
you're still awake.
Yeah,
so
while you're still awake.
You have this paper in front of you that you've written this specific thing down, or you have it in your mind.
Yeah.
And then, so then you're relaxing while you're still awake.
And by the way, you said at bed. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but at bedtime is really the best time to sit down and
the best time usually I recommend is at bedtime, but you can do it throughout the day whenever you want. It's really about doing it when you think that you're most receptive to those suggestions.
Okay, so if you're sleeping in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Like we are.
all day long. At the movie, but not at the movie theater, right?
Not at the movie theater, no.
Okay.
Don't do it while you're driving.
Okay.
You don't want to fall asleep while you're driving usually.
All right.
Yeah.
So visualize the goal. So what are we picturing here?
You're picturing basically what you wrote down. You're imagining what it feels like to achieve that goal, to accomplish it. So if you're losing weight, imagining yourself, I don't know, walking more, running more, doing those things that you think are going to happen once you've lost that weight. Or when you're quitting smoking, it's thinking about breathing that clean, fresh air, enjoying time with your family, friends, those kinds of things. Or even with athletic performance, it's about, if I'm playing hockey, like the Oilers lost to Chicago last night, unfortunately.
Yeah, sorry about that.
That's all right.
I know, I just noticed the accent.
I'm actually from Edmonton.
You're a hockey.
Sorry.
That's all right. But just imagine shooting the goals and winning the game, those kinds of things. And then once you've done that, the next step is actually to verbalize it out loud, so your brain and your mind is hearing it out loud. So you can either repeat the suggestions, the things that you've written down out loud, or you can get somebody else to do it as a hypnotist or a partner, or you can record it into your smartphone, because everybody you record it, listen to it, and once you're done that, you've got your brain programmed a little bit more. And then the next step after that is basically doing a physical anchor. Once you've done that, it's something that triggers it throughout the day, because you can't do these suggestions all day, every day. But what you can do is, I like to touch my fingers together, and from there, or you can touch your stomach or your chest or anything like that, something that you can do that's quick and easy throughout the day to remind you of those suggestions that you programmed in.
And you know what? We all have tics and things that we do, and all of us are different. Some people play with their glasses and things like that. So I guess it would kind of, do you do it to an activity that you do all the time?
Yeah, it's better if you do it to an activity that you do that's natural. However, if it's something associated with what you want to do, if you want to lose weight, don't do it while you're eating, because then, then you're reinforcing the eating. Yeah, you want to do something where you're...
But what would be ideal is then, so at the end of this whole process, and you figure out the trigger, and you write it all down, you're breathing and stuff, then you'd want us to, in an ideal world, then go to sleep.
Yeah, right after
then
that.
It's all programmed, and every night you would do that?
I usually recommend 3 to 4 times a week, up to 6 times, but I always take at least a day off, but because... if you're doing it too much, then it becomes too cumbersome for you. But 3 or 4 times is usually enough, and it programs your subconscious. And if you can't do it before sleep, like when you're sleeping is the best time, because it lets your subconscious process it over time. But you can do like 2 or 3 minutes of more deep relaxation afterwards. Is just let your subconscious go over it as well.
All right, one last question about this. After you've done it for, say, a few weeks, because you were saying the new habit takes about 21 days, 7 to 21 days, do you still need to keep doing it and refreshing it in your mind until you reach your goal?
Yeah, it really depends on the person when it comes down to that. Some people find they only need to do it a little bit and it works fine. Some people find that they need to do it over and over again. If you're in a case where you want to lose a lot of weight, for example, you would have to do it for longer than 21 days, yeah.
Got
Really
it.
cool. I said to you, it's almost like The Secret. When you put something out there and you focus on it, right? You pinpoint it and you go for that goal.
Absolutely.
It makes a lot of sense.
It
Yeah.
does,
You know?
totally.
The
This
only
is
thing-
interesting.
Yeah, the only thing you're doing is you're adding that relaxation portion, getting your brain in the right state,
Right.
so it's more receptive.
And the trigger thing all
Yeah.
day too. So
All right
Exactly.
with this. Well, listen, try this if you have a goal. I think some people are going to try it here as well, and then we can report back to Colin
Yeah.
and find out what he thinks of our results. If you want more information on Colin Christopher's book or to learn more about hypnosis, just go to his website, ColinChristopher.com. And is there a link also? We were talking off the air about the weight loss specifically.
Yeah, there is a link on the website right there.
Okay,
Yeah.
because there's also like a little program for you for the weight loss as well to kind of help you get started on that.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us.
My pleasure.
Yeah.
This was interesting.
really
Thank you
cool.
for
And the
having me.
videos on your website are really cool too.
Oh.
The guy who turned into Britney Spears, I particularly like. So you can check that out when you go see his site. Very cool stuff.